What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. TammyTalks here. All right, y'all. So I am finally, my hair. Okay. So I am finally here to talk Ready to Love. This recap is really going to be a little bit of one, but mainly we're going to talk about episode 2. All right. Season 8, we are in Dallas. If you're brand new to the channel, I break down TV shows one recap at a time, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, hop in the comment section. It's a lot to talk about with these people. It's a lot. Because Tequila, we really need to have a conversation, sis. We can't have this all season. We can't. All right? So a real quick overview of episode 1. I don't like recapping episode 1 because it's so much of this. It's a lot, right? We're meeting all these people. It's a lot of real quick, 2-minute dates. This person likes this person doesn't like this person. It's too much happening in too short a period of time. You can't make a good guess or first impression as a viewer. So I don't even want to deal with it. But some standout things. Brandon recently divorced 6 months ago, has 4 kids, married the same woman twice. We have that. Habibi, I heard his mama named him Travis. It's a lot with that. Leanna, who was the lady that was sent home first, was like the Zodiac killer, okay? All she talked about was Zodiac signs. Tequila could not handle the fact that she was in the bottom 2, if you want to call it that. Way too much happened that, no. No, she was crying. She had to be consoled. That was really episode 1. Let's talk episode 2, all right? It's getting Thot in here. I would love to be the person that writes out the titles of TV shows. I would love to be that person. But let's talk about this, y'all. So episode 2. Starts off with Brandon and Habibi. They are both at the bottom. Brandon got sent home. Ivy. Brandon should have never been cast. While Brandon might be a great guy, he's very handsome, he's attractive, he seems to have a decent enough personality. Brandon, 6 months removed from his divorce, from his second marriage to his wife with his 4 young children, should have never even been considered for this show. So Habibi feels that the connections that he had were strong, and the unconnections, which is not a word, but whatever, the unconnections that he had were not his fault. It was the lady's fault. Habibi a whole clown while he's playing dress up because he went over to Dubai for a little bit. Isn't that appropriation of some sort? It has to be. What really gets me is he don't even take the time to match his little hairdress to his outfit. We know that you have black and white ones. We know that you have all these different colors. And it's like you purposely come to clash. That's what really bothers me too. But let's talk about it. So this week, we have that first initial brunch. So what? Okay, so this week we have the first initial brunch, and we find out that the ladies have the power this week. So because the ladies have the power, that means that one guy is going to be sent home at the end of this week. So, the guys are going to be kind of on pins and needles, trying to put their best foot forward at every single day. So Marvin is into BDSM. Now, we know that he is an erotic author. Or he is an erotic author, and he's really out here living out his 50 Shades of Grey life. And he was telling Jessica, she was like, is this live on stage? And she said in her confessional that she would have to be treated the absolute best for her to go and do some deplorable shit like that and write her ticket to hell. So she was like, nope, this is crazy, too much for me. It's a no for me, dog. It's a no. We're not doing that. If that's your kink, if that's what you're into, perfectly fine, but not over here, okay? So Habibi and Tequila are linking up. They're talking. let's be real. The only reason that she likes Habibi is because she felt that she made genuine connections during the mixer with the guys. For her to be down at the bottom, she felt the way. And even though, how do you say his name? Marie, even though Marie was there for her and he was very comforting to her, Habibi showed her more like sexual, I kind of like you energy off top. So she has grasped and onto him and latched onto him, ignoring all the red flags that he's throwing at the screen. Like he is literally like, hey sis, here's a red flag. Oh, wait, I got another one for you. Wait. Here's another one for you. She's ignoring that. I feel like it got to the point where he is taking the red flag and chucking them at her, hitting her, and it's just covering her all up in the head, knocking her back, and she is still on her. I like him though, because what we're not going to do is act as if his childish, immature, deviant behavior and jokes are just honesty. It's not. They're problematic. They're problematic. But I feel like Tequila, either the elevator ain't going up to the penthouse or she's just that desperate. Either way, it's a bad look for you, sis, and I'm embarrassed for you. Not as much as I am embarrassed, not as embarrassed as I was later in the episode when I literally clutched my pearls. I should have put some pearls on so I can show y'all how I clutched them. Because sis, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where is your shame? So Habibi is asking Sierra, why did she mess up her last relationship? See, I'm gonna tell you too, Sierra. Because then he was like, I'm just being facetious. Here's the thing. Y'all, Sierra, Tequila, and it was one other lady. I forgot who it was. Y'all were all on this. I know everybody thinks that he's not funny and they think that he's whatever, but I think he's funny. Stuff is always funny until it happens to you. And y'all are just prime examples of that. If all these ladies are saying his energy is crazy, he's doing too much, he's this, he's that, he's the other, and y'all, and I'm not saying that you have to go along with what everybody else is saying. Not saying that at all. But I think that you want to take heed to that. You want to take heed to that. Tuck it in the mental. Put it in that little box. Learn to compartmentalize. They weren't doing it. So Red and Eunik are talking. Now y'all know Eunik said Red had a thought job. We know that Red is a DJ and a comedian. He was offended by that then, okay? So he comes up to her and tells her that he felt the way they had negative energy over, her saying that he had a thought job. And she was like, I didn't think you were going to take it that way or take it to her like that. She apologizes, I guess. And she said, but she does believe it is a thought job. So he's like, well, it's not a thought job. It pays 6 figures at that. So prostitutes are thought jobs. Sex workers, I consider that a thought job. No offense to anybody. But that's a thought job. And they can make up to 6 figures. Aren't porn stars? That's a thought job. Some of them make really good money. What? So he's offended. So now Eunuch works in TV and film. He tells her, well, you said that we were both in the same industry. So I guess that makes you a thought too. Here's the thing, Red. She didn't say you were a thought, sweetheart. She said that is a thought job. But a hit dog is going to holler. So she is like, what? I know that I'm not a thought. And he was like, okay, well, it's up. And it's like, nigga, are you serious right now? Talking about I didn't think that I would ever come back over here to talk to you. But if you go on 10 with me, I'm going to go to 15. You acting like a bitch, Red. You are acting real bitchy right now. What type of weak nigga shit is that? You got a thought job. Okay. If you not a thought, why get mad about it? People do call DJs thoughts. Lord, Lord, I could not believe he said that to her. So the same way that she was like, but I'm not a thought though. I know that I'm not. You could have said that too. So she says in her confessional, so the comedian, the biggest comedian in Dallas can't take a joke. I think he took that too serious. I do. I do. Was it rude for her to say that's a thought job? Absolutely. Absolutely. But for him to come back and be like, well, you was thought too. Nigga gone somewhere. You act like a little girl. No, that's not even cool. Whatever. So then we get to some of these group dates. All right. So we have this very contentious, very tension, catty date with Tequila, Habibi, Kira, Phil, and Janelle. I don't like Tequila. I don't like her energy. Janelle gives very mean girl energy too. Very much so. Janelle is giving me insecure to be real, but we'll get there. So they sit down, off rip, Tequila tells Phil, I got a bone to pick with you. I'm like, girl. He said, look, we had this sex conversation. I felt that it was too much too soon. Janelle comes in and they're talking about who are you feeling, who are you not. Janelle is like, oh, I've been feeling red. So Tequila was like, oh, me too. And she was like, oh, that's cute for you. And I'm like, this is what I don't understand. And I haven't understood this since I've been watching this show. I think I started season 3. Y'all are coming onto a show where you are competing with other people, other women, other men for these people, these men and these women. Respectfully, let's just take it from the women's perspective. You're on this show, you're competing against other women, everyone just as beautiful and successful as yourself, right? Y'all are competing for the same men. Why get mad and so possessive and so weird when another woman is like, oh yeah, I like him too? We see this happen every season. In every season, I am flabbergasted that these women, and we are on really day 3 so far. Really, only day 3. Day 3, I am always flabbergasted the way that these women get so upset and uncomfortable because another woman is like, oh yeah, I've been feeling him too. Girl, what did you expect was going to happen? Did you think that you would be the only person feeling these men at any given time? That makes absolutely no sense. But here we are. So Kira asks Habibi who's he feeling. And Janelle was like, yeah, who do you even like? He's like, well, you don't know because we don't talk. So Janelle said off camera in her confessional, she said that off camera, he made an offensive comment about her body and she wants nothing to do with him since then. So then Tequila was like, why you don't like him? Why you don't want to talk to him? Sis, you the only one that like this nigga. Let's be real. Let's keep it a stack. You're the only girl, the only person here that likes this man, and it's only because none of the other men are paying you any dust, paying you any attention. They not checking for you. That's the only reason that you are even giving him this much time a day. So Tequila then asks Habibi, how did his previous relationships work when he's traveling all over, and doing all over? And he was like, oh, because I would just find a girl wherever I was. So he admits to being a cheater. And she was like, oh, he said the reason he cheated is because his girlfriend wouldn't suck him off, right? She then says that I like his honesty because it's accountability. Tequila not gonna get on my nerves. I'm gonna tell y'all now. Her level of desperation is appalling. Appalling, disheartening, just disgusting almost. This man is sitting here telling you, oh, I cheat. It's what I do. It's what I do. And then he followed it up with, but I'm a grown up now, and I've grown from that, and I learned that ain't right. I guess. um, Janelle was super rude. So Kira and Red are playing one of those games where you throw the football and it's set up like the little bowling pin. They're doing that. And she kept making a bunch of remarks. Like she was just being very, very catty, very messy. And I hate the seasons where the women act like this. I hate the seasons where it's like y'all come in and y'all just act so unbelievably ridiculous for absolutely no reason. And Janelle is very much, like I said, she's giving mean girl vibes. She's like, I don't know, in some aspects, she might be threatened by Kira for whatever it is. And it's not because Janelle's a very pretty woman. She's very put together. I believe I'm sure she's very accomplished and successful. So, like, the men are paying attention to you. So, I don't know why you would even. I don't know. I don't like it. As of right now, I'm not feeling Janelle. I'm gonna just say that. So, Habibi is telling Kira that he's kept his penis in his pants all last year, and she was like, "Okay, is that a big deal?" And he was like, "Yeah, because I cheat." And Kira was like, "Check, please." That's the end of that. Now, here's the thing. I don't know why you're leading with that. I don't know why he's leading with that. And the whole that, oh, I'm a jokester and I'm just trying to joke about stuff. Like, nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. So then Janelle and Red talk towards the end, and she's talking about how she grew up with a protective father, yada yada yada. As they are leaving, she then tells him very unnecessarily that Kira's bag is fake and hers is real, but she's young, so that's okay. Girl, what? Whoo, Jesus. Dallas, this is not a good showing for y'all. That was a very messy, catty, tension filled date, unnecessarily. But then we pan over to Aries' house, and it's Aries, Jessica, Sierra, Quentin, Chris, and Herbert. And Aries is having like a brunch group date at her house, and it's a complete different vibe. Even the lighting was different. They're over there and everyone's complimenting each other and everybody's cool and laid back and we're having a good time. And it's, well, I invited this person because I know that she likes him, so I brought her. Like, it was a complete different vibe as opposed to what Tequila set up. So Sierra tells Herbert that he has an erotic spirit. Like, she likes Herbert. Herbert was like, "What, me? I like Herbert." I don't think Herbert is the most attractive, but Herbert's personality is everything for sure. So they're talking about sex before marriage, and they're both like, "Yes, absolutely. I test drive my car before I buy it, okay?" Because sexual compatibility, sexual chemistry is huge. You have to have that. So Sierra talks about how she has been abstaining from sex for almost a year. Now, she didn't say um how long she was going to do it. She didn't say that she had turned celibate. She is just abstaining. So Chris and Jessica are talking, and he mentioned how in his culture, because I believe he's Nigerian, but they're big on arranged marriages, and because of that, um his father had an arranged marriage, his older brother, and he even had an arranged marriage, like an arrangement, I should say, set up for him. He didn't want to go through with it. So he said even his family over there will still be sending him pictures like, who you want? Which one you want? So he wants to kind of forge his own path. And then we see Aries and Quentin, who I love Aries. She has a really good personality. Quentin, I think, has a good personality too. They talk about how they have a 10-year age difference and how they are both okay with it. They're both really okay with it. So it's not for them, it's not a huge thing. They both cool with it. So we get a one-on-one date with Sierra and Habibi. And this was when it became, oh, all your little offensive and whatever stuff, it's your energy is cute until it affects me. So he said that when women come to date without their nails done, it's a problem. He made a face when she mentioned that she talks to her mom every day. We're at strike two already. He then told her that she looks mixed, and she's like, "No, blackity black." And why would that even be said? I don't get people. Like, what is the obsession with exotic looking people? She doesn't look mixed to me. She looks like a light skinned black lady. Lord have mercy. So they're talking about crawfish, and she's saying that she learned how to like peel the crawfish and suck the head, and all that type of stuff when she was 4. And he was like 4, and she was like, yeah, because my mom used to take too long. He was like, your mom ain't shit. What? What? And she was like, wait, what? And he was like, I'm joking. Here's the thing. Habibi is one of those people that likes to say whatever comes to mind based on how people react. Then he says, I'm joking. That man was not joking. He meant that shit. So now she's over it. She wants to end the date. And he kept talking, wanting to act like nothing happened and nothing changed. You can't tell somebody your mama ain't shit if it ain't your mama. You know what I'm saying? I would never say that. I would never dream of jokingly saying that about somebody's mother or parent. Somebody's parent. Who shall? We have a date with Lee and Quentin. It was a nice little cute date. She doesn't typically go for guys that are into fitness because they're not her type, but because of this process, she's more open to it. I like them. I think they look really, really cute together. They had a nice conversation. They're vibing. Their chemistry is there, so I'm sure we'll see them go on some more dates coming up. So we get the first ladies' lounge, and this is where all hell broke loose. And this made me wonder if Tequila took some type of upper before we came here. Did we miss a medication of some sort? But this cannot be how this lady just acts on the daily. I refuse to believe that. So off top, they're talking about who they like, and Tequila is caping for Habibi, saying that he's a great guy and people just don't understand him. And she's really on her, my man, and he's not. It's weird, right? Janelle and Sierra is like laughing for one, kind of like, so okay. And Janelle was like, he's a clown. I said, oh shit. So at this moment, we don't know why Janelle has the energy. We know that during the group date, she was saying how he made the offensive comment, but she didn't want to get into it. So they then say that Quentin seems like he only likes white women. And Aries is like, I think that's just a rumor that Tequila and Kira came up with because we had a really great time together. And I didn't get that vibe from him. Janelle even said too that this just seems like hearsay, just seems like a rumor that they, started. And then Lee is like, well, I'm very chocolatey and we just had a really, really good date together. Tequila's then like, well, when we were talking, he said that he didn't like nobody here. Now, girl, he said that he wasn't connected to anybody yet. What Tequila's doing is she's trying to throw anybody else under the bus that she can, so Habibi, the one guy that's paying attention to her, can stay on the show. So then they're going around talking about who they don't like. Sierra was like, well, Habibi told me to fuck my mom. And everybody was like, what? And she was like, it was a joke, but still, nah. Janelle then said Habibi was standing behind her, and when she turned around, he told her, next time I see them titties, I'ma suck them. Nigga, what? What? So the whole room is like, oh! And Tommy was so pissed. Tommy was like, nah, we not gonna have that level of disrespect up in here. The next time some shit like that happen, you tell me right away. Completely disrespectful. It's stupid. It's a clown. what type of man says something like that? Janelle was like her top, meaning her top dude. So Tequila is like, well, my top is better than your top. And then it goes back and forth. Well, don't get mad because my tops don't even like you, is giving jealous. Tequila is like, well, you don't even know him. You ain't even tried to learn that about Habibi. Sis, what are you doing? That man don't like you. He wants to fuck. Come on. Come on, Tequila. Sis. What? So, next thing you know, Tequila stands up and she's ready to fight. So production has come in. So then Janelle is like, did you stand up? So now Janelle done stood up. I said, I know y'all heifers are not going to fight over these. I had to take a sip of water because I cannot believe this is happening. The very first ladies' lounge. The very first. So Tequila, as she should have been, is like walked out, and you can hear her tell them, if Habibi gets eliminated, eliminate me. What the fuck is going on, Tequila? What's going on here? What is this? What is this? No, ma'am. Absolutely not. So she comes back, and now she done cried her makeup off. Something is not right. And I don't like to put stuff like that on people, but something ain't clicking up here with Tequila. Something is not. This process might not be for her. She doesn't have the mental capacity, and not in a negative way, but she does not seem to have the mental capacity or strength, the emotional strength to date all these different people at the same time while simultaneously competing with these women. This is not the process for you. Because I don't want to see you cry every fucking episode, to be real. So she comes back, and Tommy is like, we got to get this together. Y'all decide who y'all gonna send home. Sierra and Habibi go out, and Kira and Red go out. Kira tells Red, the ladies think you boring. Some came up about a thought, whatever. But we do think you are ready for love. Switch it up, Red. So he's like, they want me to be fun, Red. Nigga, yes. We don't want you to come be boring. You're supposed to be dating. So Sierra tells Habibi that she feels that he's overcompensating the downside to him, and ultimately he gets sent home. He says in his final confessional that some of the stuff that he said, the women took the wrong way and were offended by it, but they need to understand that he's a jokester. No apology, no level of accountability. Just, I'm a jokester, so because I'm a jokester, I'm going to go ahead and say what it is I want to say. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let me know what you guys thought about these first two episodes, since I didn't really do a full episode for a full recap for episode 1. If you have not already, subscribe. Thumbs up the video, y'all. Even if you just put a black or a chocolate heart in the comments, let me know that you stopped by, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.